Welcome, 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 y'all. Welcome, guys. Come on in. Come on in the room. What's up, sexy people? What y'all doing tonight on this glorious Tuesday night? Tuesday, as my auntie Faye used to say, Tuesday. It wasn't Tuesday, it was Tuesday. I hope y'all having a good time. I hope y'all relaxing and chillaxing and enjoying this peaceful evening. It's starting to get cool out. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of the hottest late night show on the internet. Nights with Nikki. Welcome X, welcome TikTok, welcome Instagram, welcome UTZ, YouTube, WRF.TV. Welcome Facebook and welcome LinkedIn. Welcome to the show, you guys. I appreciate y'all for coming in and hanging out with me on this wonderful evening. Let's get some shout outs. I see you bugging out. I see you tongue gamming. Tour dates, please. Everybody's asking. That's so good. You guys, we're going to talk about the fact that Brownstone went viral today. Yes, we saw it, honey. We saw it. Brownstone went viral on this here day. What's up, J-Rock? I see you. What's going on, Gag? For your life, I see you. I see you, Manzana. And I see you, Ubiquitous Blacks. Callbacks. They denied. What? They denied the Rockman Dunbar case. Really? No sugar, honey, iced tea. Wow, that's really disappointing. That is really, really super disappointing. You guys, we talked a couple weeks ago about Rockman Dunbar, who actually went in. Please, you guys, yes, please make sure you like the video as you come in. Thank you guys very much. Rockman Dunbar, who we talked about briefly last week. We talked about the fact that he had a case in the Central District of Los Angeles, which happened to be the same place that my case was taking place in for the P Valley case. But anywho, he had a case where I believe, I did not read the case, so I want to be very careful. Move over a little bit. I didn't read the case, so I want to be very careful about talking about it because I don't have all the information. But it has something to do with his religious freedoms and the vaccine and not taking the JAB, the JA motherfucking B. And I guess I had thought that he was able to go forward, but I guess based on new information, that might not be the case. But again, I don't know. I haven't done my own independent research, but I got a really smart group of people up in this mug, and usually the information is fairly reliable. So I'm sad to hear that. But what I'm not sad to hear is there's some really positive things happening in the space of music, in particular Brownstone. You guys, we went viral today. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to get into this Pastor Winans thing. Y'all, you know, I'm from Detroit, so I know all about Perfecting Church and whatnot. Well, I don't know all about Perfecting Church, but I'm familiar. I'm familiar enough being a fellow Detroiter. And our brother Fred Hammond had, you know, some things to chime in and say about what happened with Pastor Winans. You guys, let me see if I can find this doggone clip. Oh my goodness. I don't know which one it is. Hold on. I don't know which one it is. And I feel like I'm going to risk it. But I'll get into it. Never mind. We'll get into that a little bit later. But I do want to say thank you guys for coming in. I know that there are a lot of people on this here internet talking. A lot of us, you know, unsolicited conversations and feedback, but I enjoy being able to get on here and catch up with you guys, catch up on the news together, because it's been a busy few weeks. You know, this pivot is pivoting. Brownstone has some shows coming up that we're really excited about. Not the 1200. What's I don't get it. What's the 1200? Not Lordy, not the 1200. I don't know what that means, but let me in on the joke. Let me in on it. I love it. But please make sure if you guys are coming in from other platform. Well, I'm sorry, if you're coming into the WRF.TV platform, that y'all hit that like button for your girl. I'm trying to be consistent. I am trying to be super duper consistent. So I'm here, y'all. I'm tired. I've had a busy week. I know y'all tired too, and we catching up on some of this news and stuff today. We can also do some Q&A. I really appreciate everybody watching us from all the various platforms. But if you would do us the kind favor of watching us from WRF.TV YouTube channel, we would absolutely love that. It is no secret that we are really trying to build this YouTube channel. So we have made our way to a proud 20,000 subscribers. Very proud of our little subscriber. Not little, ain't shit little around this motherfucker. Ain't nothing little. This is actually a really super big deal. So once again, round of applause for hitting 20,000 subs on YouTube. All right. I know my people on my team be like, you don't really have to amplify the fact that you got 20,000 subs, because that's like saying you got 5 people on Instagram. But no, it's not. It's 20,000. That shit is amazing. And I got my regulars. What's up, Victoria? I see you, sis. I see you. He got mad she gave 1,200. Yes. We're going to get into that. Thank you, said looking pretty as always. Hey, listen, baby, we got Pippi Longstocking today, honey. And I'm coming in from I done had a day, honey. We done had a day, and it was a fabulous day. So let's get on into some of these hot topics. Y'all, first of all, I'm sorry, TikTok and Instagram, because you guys don't see it, because Instagram only shows the 9:16 version of this thing. So if you really want to see the full show landscape, come on over to the YouTube channel and hang out, because Instagram be shady with your girl in terms of the algorithm. Folks be dropping off and not, whatever. So I'm not here to talk about other platforms, because I'm grateful for even one person. You feel me? Hey, Cayman Kelly, I see you, brother. Thank you for bopping in. What an honor it is. Thank you very much. Thank you. We got to hang out. We got to have some conversations. Look, we got new music, you guys. There's new music coming. Very proud of that. But let's get into this beautiful specimen of a goddess that is on my screen right now. For those of you who are not watching me on YouTube or one of the other landscape platforms, you are missing the beauty that is Miss Tiana Taylor. There is no story here except for the fact that she looks fucking fantastic. She looks absolutely fantastic. I am a really big Tiana Taylor fan. I'm going to give y'all a couple reasons why I'm such a big Tiana Taylor fan. I'm just going to give y'all a couple reasons. One reason is because last I remember, Tiana Taylor was a Brownstone fan. I love it. Tiana was a Brownstone fan. I remember bumping into Tiana when she first moved to Atlanta in IKEA. We were both coming out of IKEA. And her energy was just so bomb. She was so real. She was so raw. She had her short cut. She's like, I cut my hair because of you. So that was a little iconic moment that I can really appreciate with Tiana. And actually, we exchanged information because, and this ain't about being messy. Ain't nobody trying to get into the messiness, because that's not what we're doing here. But I actually reached out to Tiana because I was very interested in her being a part of this. I sent her a copy of Curtains, the pilot script for Curtains, which is the spinoff of Soul Kittens Cabaret. And I'll never forget, I got an email. I still got the email to this day. She was like, I'm down. And that was just, and that's me, obviously name dropping and doing a little teen too much. But I'm just so proud of who she is. As an artist, as a creative. She is such a dope ass multi-hyphenate. I've been in my multi-hyphenate space, you guys, too. I think people get into, I made a post about it yesterday. And basically my post was, I see y'all TikTok. I love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with your girl. I made a post, I think it was yesterday, because we were in the studio last night. Ooh, y'all, I can't wait for y'all. Can't wait for y'all to hear what we working on. We cooking. Just put it that way. We cooking. But I talked about being a multi-hyphenate, and I talked about the fact that for me, a lot of times it's hard for people to accept me in other roles. I think that's part of the reason why I've struggled in my career being accepted, legitimately as a producer. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to live in this world and in this space of like Shonda Rhimes land and Mara Keel land. I was like, which is why I was writing stories and pitching them to amazing talent like Tiana Taylor. I just really was like, I want to, because I've been singing my whole life. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you do hair, you know what I'm saying? And you decide, you know what, I don't want to do hair right now. I'm gonna stay in the space of beauty, but I want to like do my own product launch. And everybody's like, but girl, I need you to just do my hair. It's like, girl, I need you to just sing. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not tripping off of it because I'm grateful that people recognize me as an artist, as a creative, as a musician. I'm so grateful that, people recognize me at all. But we do sometimes want to evolve. It's like being a kid whose parents are doctors, you know what I mean? And it's like, but I want to be, and both my parents are musicians. So music has always been a part of my life. Music has always been, I will always respect it. Like I said in my post, it is in my DNA. My daddy was a songwriter for Motown. My mom was a singer. So music has always been there. I just wanted to do other things. And I just applaud. Let me give her a round of applause. The gorgeous, stunning, amazing Tiana Taylor, because she is just kicking ass and taking names. And let's just get into this body, okay? Because that's the real reason why I posted this picture, long form, so you could just get all into it. That, where is it? Over here. This over here, that right there, that way, that is discipline. Y'all can't see it on TikTok, but this girl has a 26 pack. That is discipline. I mean, yeah, some of it may be genetics and some of it may be, you know what I'm saying, the fact that she got a trainer and a this and that and the third. But I know a lot of fat rich people. I ain't rich, but I'm a fat, average, everyday person who could look like this if I just put the work in. And she just really inspires me to go to the next level. Like, this is just, y'all remember what she reminds me of is, remember when Janet went through that "that's the way love goes" phase, and it was just a whole moment. That is what Tiana Taylor is giving us. She's got movie after movie coming out. I think she's in a Hulu series that Kim Kardashian. Shout out. You know what? Hold on. Let me give Kim Kardashian. Let me give Kim Kardashian her flowers too, because Kim Kardashian has a new series coming out on Hulu, and I think it's got like, please hit like, you guys, as you come in, please hit like, share, and subscribe. It has Niecy Nash and Tiana Taylor, and is Glenn Close in this? I don't, but just an amazing cast of women. And it's about women who operate a law firm. So that is right up my alley. I cannot wait to watch that series. I think it is going to be fire. It feels like it's giving like new 90s, new version of Sex in the City, which was one of my favorites. I remember me and my friends used to have like Sex in the City parties and shit. Were you coming over to watch Sex in the City? But I just applaud her. I think she is kicking ass and taking names. She looks absolutely fantastic, and her body is tea. And her body is just a reminder that if you discipline yourself and you watch what you put in your mouth and watch what come out of it, no pun intended, and keep your mind, body, and spirit on the right level, you too can look like a million freaking fantastic ass bucks like Tiana Taylor. So bravo, kudos to Tiana Taylor. I think she is such an inspiration. You guys, this was a feel-good story. So I did not know. I wasn't even knowing. I'm about to play you guys this audio from this clip, because I did not know that Tia and Tamara Mowry, if I didn't say the names right, please forgive me. But I had no idea that the sisters were no longer on speaking terms, right? Y'all, this was really crazy to me. So let me read to you first the article, and then we'll get into what they had to say on the Sherri Shepherd show. I love my sister Sherri, although I hate that John isn't on the show anymore as a producer, because they came into it together, but you never know. Anyway, the actress and TV host shared that that the sisters recently spent time together in New York, and described that it was deeply healing experience. It was good for our souls, Tamara told Sherri Shepherd, smiling as she reflected on their bond. The sisters, who rose to fame as Sister Sister, which I actually had a role on Sister Sister. I played a nurse. What was my name? I was a nurse somebody. I forgot shit. But they've been open about the distance due to living in different cities and having busy schedules. So, you guys, I want to play this audio. I don't want to actually play the clip on the channel because I don't know what I can play and what I can't play. Up on my feet. You and your sister Tia were out here in New York this week. I love it. Oh, it was so fun. Girl, what did you do? Oh my gosh, what didn't we do? We saw pictures of you when I was had to have some amazing Italian food. We went, of course, shopping. But most importantly, we just bonded. Yeah. It's that we get to see each other a lot. We don't, because she's so busy, I'm so busy, we have our own families. Had to have some amazing, but it was good for our souls. Yeah. And I can't wait to see her again. We're going to see each other for Thanksgiving. We're going to go to Disneyland together. It was lovely. The party's going to be at your house for Thanksgiving? Actually, it's at Taj's. Oh, it's at Taj's house. But okay, guys. So, I want to say something about this, and I don't know the details of Tia and Tamara's issues at all, or if they even had issues. Like she said, they were both busy, so we can't read more into it than what she said was there. But I understand the concept of there not really just being no real beef, and it's just schedules and time. And listen, here go the thing right here. Let's just keep it real, because we like to keep it real right here on Nights with Nikki. Even if somebody felt like they needed the mental space, even if somebody, and I'm not saying that this is what it was in their case, because again, I don't know. But I'm not always talking to all of my sisters all the time. Some of, you know what I'm saying? It fluctuates. We know how it can be with siblings, and it doesn't really even have to be real beef. Sometimes people just don't want to be bothered with nobody. Is that terrible? Because I'm at such a don't want to be bothered. Like, and not don't want to be bothered with nobody, but you only want to do and deal with and operate with the people and the places and the things that you need to for either work or like that bring you, a certain amount of joy. And it doesn't always include family. It doesn't always include our siblings or our cousins or our relatives and shit. The family that you choose that, you want to hang out with. We got some friends that we reach out to when we need encouragement. We've got some friends we reach out to when we need business advice. We got some friends we reach out to when we don't want to do nothing but surface level shit, like go and have drinks and be fabulous and look cute. You know what I mean? There's all these various groups. And sometimes family falls kind of, low on the list of priorities in terms of what you need in that moment. It doesn't mean that you don't love each other. It doesn't mean that you don't support each other. It doesn't mean that you don't know each other. You don't care about each other. It just means that sometimes you need something different. And it's okay. Even if it is your sister or your brother or your cousin or somebody that you're supposed to be really, really, consistent with. And that's just something that we all as individuals have to embrace and understand. It does not mean that you don't love somebody because you don't see them all the time. I mean, shit, I got friends that live in the same city that have been my lifelong friends. And I just love that whole not having the responsibility of having to check up on people and not have to make sure you're okay and not have to, you know what I mean? Like where you could just pick up where you left off. So I love this for them. They get a Nights with Nikki round of applause. And I wish them the very best in every single solitary way. And I'm just glad to see that these sisters are back together. So here we go. Let's get into this viral moment. If you're watching me on TikTok or Instagram, one of the two people on Instagram, by the way, here go the thing. Your girls done went viral. Now, I'm not in the comment section because it involves us. So whenever it's with me, I usually, okay, I'm lying. Sometimes I feel froggish and I leap into the comment section when I really shouldn't. But I'm learning. I'm trying to practice what I preach when I say, what people think about you is not your business, unless what they say is nice. No. You can't really believe the hype one way or the other, as long as people are showing up for you. And that's so funny because we were talking about that. We were in the middle of rehearsal today. True story. And phones just get to blowing up. Like we're all just like, wait a minute. And then, it's like, oh no, we're in the shade room. We're like, oh God, okay, we're in the shade room. Okay, here we go. Is this some P Valley shit, Lord God? But the fact that it was us, actually impromptu having a little shang da da dang moment at Alexis. Our sister Alexis turned 41, WON, 41. And the DJs just started playing Grapevine, and we was like, you know what? Let's just hit a little two-step moment or whatever. And the fact that that went viral was just a really great feel-good moment for us because we are working on new music, which is crazy, ironic. And we, just really appreciate people enjoying the legacy of Brownstone. Um, we are excited this weekend. We're at the Hampton University Alumni Homecoming performing with our brothers Wale and Wyclef. And we got a live band. We got a nice long set. It's going to be amazing. We got a bunch of surprises in that set that we're going to put up in that mug for you. And yes, somebody asked about a tour. We're definitely working on a tour for y'all, for show, for show, for show, for show. And it's, and also we're still working on the residency. So don't be surprised if you look up one day and you see that there's some residency tickets on sale somewhere. But right now, we're just grateful that we're able to go out and do what we love. I just really have to say, I've said this before, I got to say it over and over and over again. I am so grateful for Aaron and Alexis. For those of you who don't know, and shout out to the Shade Room. I forgot, let me say this right now before I forget. Shout out to the Shade Room. Thank you guys so much for acknowledging us in a positive way. We really appreciate it. I mean, Shade Room is huge. We do not underestimate the value of what it means for somebody to be like, hey, listen to our girls or watch our girls doing a two-step. So we're very grateful for that. But I just want to say, real quick that I'm so grateful for my sisters Erin and Alexis. I say it all the time. I can't say it enough. They are biological sisters. So it's Erin, Alexis, and they have a sister, Ashley, who's their older sister. And right now, baby Ashley, well, Ashley is my favorite person. Like I just love their sister, Ashley. Their family they're just really good people. They're just really, New Orleans, and New Orleans is literally, I think New Orleans is like, because New Orleans and Detroit are kind of sister cities in the whole Cannes, France, whatever, both cities off the water. Is that a mosquito? As cold as it is out here, that's a motherfucking mosquito in this motherfucker. It's the light. Step into the light, Caroline. But New Orleans is another city. Music, jazz, off the water, good people, cool people, cook good, vibes are good. So I'm just really grateful that we can continue this legacy. They bring a freshness to this group. They bring an excitement to me. I did not know if I could continue. I've said this before. It'll be in the documentary. I did not know that I would be able to continue without Maxie as a part of this unit. I did not know if we would have not that we're ever trying to get back to where we were, because that is just magic in a bottle, right? You know what I mean? But to be able to continue to grow the legacy and thrive, I'm so honored that Dave Hall and Gordon Chambers and I wrote a record that has been around forever, a record that is constant. I literally got another request for some people who are covering the song. So as a songwriter, you know what I'm saying? As a person who put together this incredible, girl group that made this incredible music that has stood the test of time. I'm just grateful that when so many other people walked away and decided that they were done with it and it was time to move on to greener pastures. And be clear, let's be clear. This is not about being messy. This is not about being catty. And this is not about bringing up something from the past for a tiny violin moment. I am the only person in this group has never left. I'm the only person in Brownstone. Well, I mean, obviously me and Aaron and Alexis now, but, Keena left, Maxie left, Mimi left. You know what I'm saying? They made the conscious decision. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want the group anymore. It's interesting. You'll be able to see in our documentary, me and Maxie. It was so funny just looking back at some of the old footage. It was like, and I get why. Child, I said to myself, child, you was just, I get why. I just say what I got to say. And I just remember us sitting in this meeting and this publicist was like, so what happened? I mean, what was the reason for the hiatus? And I was like, she left for 10 years and moved to Europe and said she didn't want nothing else to do with R&B and blah, 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 blah. And Maxie, just like me, was like, yep, I did. And I didn't. it was just so real and so raw. And I was like, oh my God, this is TV gold. I can't wait to share these moments with you all. But it'll just give you a more in-depth look of what it what the journey for Brownstone has been, how people have this misconception, because that's exactly what it is, that I was the problem in the group just because I'm like so vocal. I have always been the person who's trying to pick up the pieces and salvage this thing and, hold it together and sustain it. Everyone walked away from it. And just the fact that I have now, and even Tisha walked away from it. You know what I mean? Like, it was just everybody. And you would think, well, it must be you. No, it's because one thing I'm going to tell you about Brownstone is everybody in this group had the ability to go solo. That is, it's not always a beef when you're in a girl group. When you're in a girl group where everybody sings and everybody has the ability to do a solo record, just like with this group. Alexis and Aaron may decide they want to go and do solo projects, but I believe wholeheartedly that our unit is so shit. I might decide I want to do a solo jazz project. I don't know, but I'm grateful that this unit is intact and we'll always be able to come back to it, right? Like Destiny's Child, if they should ever decide after each of them has gone solo to come back. And I just don't think that back in the day it was real popular for groups to be able to do that. I think it was always just like if you wanted to go solo or you wanted to pursue something else, that you had to just leave the group and go on and do so. Or either you had some internal grudges because you wanted to go solo and you wanted to do your own thing and you suppressed them and it just started to come out. You know what I mean? I've experienced that shit too, where like people just, I'm like, what's wrong with you? Oh, you want to go solo? That's what it is. More than once. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's no secret. Mimi wanted to do jazz. Maxie wanted to do trip hop and like EDM in London. Keena went and did Girl from the Gutter, got an amazing deal with, Keena got a big deal. Keena's deal was with DreamWorks or something. Like Keena got a huge deal. And I actually wanted to act and do other things, but I would always come back to, the foundation that was Brownstone. So that's the little quick and dirty. I'm just really grateful that, not only do I have two super talented women, they are decent, better than decent. They're amazing, fantastic human beings. They're professional and they really want to see this brand elevate and they show up and they inspire me to show up. When I was going through, not so long ago, still in this shit mentally to some degree. But for the 5 years that I was on this journey of this litigation, they stood in the gap for me. They stood in the gap for me. I wasn't, can you imagine? Like there were just times I didn't even want to be on stage. Like I'm like, what are we singing? What are we doing? What's the show? What's the, you know what I mean? Because it was just one blow after another blow after another blow. Shit, Aaron came into the group literally a month before my mother died, for God's sakes. And then my father died. And then my such and such. And they just ride this shit out with me and push me to become greater and I'm getting a little bit emotional, and pushed me to become greater and did not abandon me.